Hi, everyone. Good evening. I am pretty excited about this topic. I think it's pretty exciting. I kind of wish I had someone else here to talk with me, or I don't know, I could bring you guys into the chat a little bit better. If you want, comment because I will try to watch that and answer. But this is such a fun topic that I really wish I had someone to talk with. So please, if you're watching live, engage. Because this is fun. But let me first say welcome. I'm Jess with Jess & Co. Real Estate, powered by Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices Select Properties. And tonight, we're going to talk about how to know when you found the one. And this is just such an exciting thing. I mean, it is exciting to look for a house, but it's even more exciting when you get to that moment. So again, I'm excited about this, and I'll probably reference my notes a little bit more than normal. I always have them, but I'll probably be looking more just because I want to make sure I don't miss something that I wanted to mention, because this is an extremely emotional time for a lot of people. They might be leaving a house that they love, and so it's emotional there, or there's just so much going on. A lot of times you're selling a house too, and you're navigating two different things at once. So the whole process can be very intense. And therefore, when you find the one, or maybe one that you think is the one, you might be willing to cave on something you shouldn't, a must-have item, and you don't want to do that. That's why this is so important. So if you know anyone who's thinking of moving, be sure you tag them, because hopefully this will be really helpful. Also, you can request a guide. So we will email you a free guide on how to know when you found the one, and it'll even have something you can bring with you to showings. So then that way you kind of have some notes to help reference and help you remember all of this. First, we are going to start with your why. So why are you buying a home? Maybe it's a little bit more of a house. Maybe it's not a home. Maybe it's an investment property. Maybe it's not where you're going to live. Maybe you want to buy, this is the foundation of your home search. And so this is where you start. Maybe you want to buy a property to rent out. Your needs, your wants, your must-haves, your list, everything's going to be completely different if you're buying an investment property than if you are buying a family home because you want to raise your kids in a certain school district. So start with your why. Why are you buying this property, this home? Is it because you're getting married? Is it because you're retiring? Do you want a vacation home? What's that why? And this first step is just the key to everything. Once you have this why, and this isn't a list of anything, this is just why. Why are you doing this? So it's a very kind of foundational step, pretty simple and basic. But figure that out, because that's important for you to follow through with the next few things. The next is the list. And I think everyone kind of likes this part. They like to make a dream list, whatever kind of list, but people tend to really like this. So this is going to be your must-haves, your wants. It's going to be your list for what you need. And this is important because whenever you first start looking, your real estate agent is going to set you up with an online portal that'll email out new listings to you, and we can base that on this list. So if you have a must-have of 4 bedrooms, we can make sure that you don't see the 3 bedrooms if you don't want to. Or if you have a must-have of, say, a deck or waterfront property, all these are things that we can cater that to, and then you're not spending your time looking at everything else. So you want to make a list of your must-haves, and you want to make a list of your deal breakers. And these are just going to help you feel confident when you do find that one, to know that it fits. So if you have this list and your house meets it, then you know that you're not, missing out on something that you really did want. Think about features that are going to be impossible or really difficult to change after you own the home. So if a big yard was important, that yard is not going to get any bigger. If the location was a huge factor for you, and this is 10 minutes too far, it's going to be a daily thing you're going to be battling. If you really, really wanted a ranch and all you're finding are 2 stories, you're going to have to really think about those things. Those are not items that you're really going to be able to change. So those kind of difficult or impossible change things you really need to tune into. If you really wanted granite countertops and you don't have granite countertops, even if you don't have the budget to put them in now, you know that you can save and change for those countertops out at some point. So you want to really look at those different factors that are things you can change if you need to later, and things that you are just going to have to leave the way they are. So if it's important to you, you know that has to be a must-have, and you're not going to change it. And then this, to me, this last step it's what's so important, because it's going to affect every part of every day. You need to get out a piece of paper and you need to write down the type of lifestyle you want to create, you want that home to be, what kind of lifestyle you're going to have in that new home, what you want that new home, how you want it to shape your lifestyle. So you're really going to have to sit down, quiet space, and think deep. Talk. If you're buying this house with someone else, talk to them, go back and forth. Dream, daydream, really get into your lifestyle, what it's like, the things that you wish were a part of your lifestyle that aren't, maybe because of your home. So the things that might change because of a different house. And think about what you like to do. What do you want to do on the weekends? Do you want to be out enjoying the city crowd? Do you want to be able to go to a coffee shop in the morning and walk to the store? Do you want to be able to host big events? Do you want to sit in your backyard and watch deer? All of these things are going to be dramatically different based on where you're living. So these lifestyle items are very important for you to figure out, because your house is going to change your lifestyle. Location changes your commute, which changes your lifestyle. How you function within that home changes a lot about your house. And I'm going to use an example of when we bought this house, our kitchen wasn't very functional. So I felt like I was wasting a lot of time in there, dealing with things. I was avoiding cooking certain things because it wasn't functional. So when we redid our kitchen, for a little while I felt a little guilty about remodeling the kitchen. And I realized it wasn't about remodeling the kitchen. It wasn't about having a pretty kitchen. It was about having a functional kitchen that worked for our family. And that's what was important. So you need to think about that. You need to think about what you love, things you love to do, how a house will affect those, and ways that you need to, just all those things that you need to consider when you're looking at a house. If you need a bigger backyard because you want to be able to have the kids running around, they need space, that is part of that lifestyle. So just really think about how you're going to live in that space and those things that you need for that space. Then just you want to make sure that it is going to provide that through this, you want to make sure you're going to have the quality of life you need in that spot. So I hope this was helpful. Again, I feel like this is a topic you could just go on talking about, because so often I feel like we see someone who settles or feels pushed into something, and you don't want to feel that way. So you really want to pay attention to what you want. And if you would like, I have a free guide. Just message me, let me know. I'll send it to you. It can help you go through these items. And also when you're going on showings, it can help you make sure that you are getting the items that you need. Thank you for watching, and I hope it was helpful.